On the True TV network in for Nancy Grace. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. A beautiful Las Vegas showgirl living her dream at the Luxor Hotel and Casino when she finally disappears without a trace. Let us go straight out to Alexis Tereszchuk, reporter with Radar Online. Alexis, what's the latest tonight?
Hi, Jean. This is a terrible tragedy. This girl, Debbie, has been missing for over a week. Her sister gave a heartbreaking press conference today saying that she doesn't believe that her sister just disappeared. This woman was last seen by her boyfriend. He says that she stopped by his house. She left. She was going to go back to rehearsals at the Luxor where she was a dancer. She never made it there. Now, the police have told us that he is not a person of interest and, in fact, is cooperating with them. But this is something that a lot of people are very concerned about. The sister now saying she thinks that her sister has unfortunately met with some foul play.
Foul play. John Schaefer, program director at News Talk 720 KDWN. What more can you tell us?
Well, we have learned late this evening that the Las Vegas Metro Police Department is going to hold a press conference tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, their missing persons detail. So we will learn more then. As we've heard, she was last seen by her boyfriend. She went to visit him between rehearsals for the show on Sunday night, the 12th. That is when she vanished, when she didn't show up for work on the 13th. That's when her coworkers said that is very, very unlike her. And that's when people started getting worried. That's when they started searching for her car, which was found later in the week with the license plates removed.
Right. We do understand her boyfriend is cooperating with police. That is what they are saying. Let's go back to Alexis Tereszchuk, reporter from Radar Online. Talk to us about her car, because it was abandoned quite a ways away in Las Vegas from where she lives.
It was really in a rundown neighborhood. A woman had seen it. She actually called the police. She reported the car abandoned. They didn't come. They didn't do anything. It wasn't apparently a car that was listed as missing or stolen or anything, so it waited there. The woman then said she knows the license plates were taken from this car that was still in the same spot. She called the police again. They didn't come out. They finally came out after I guess a third phone call and took the car. In the car, actually, we've heard that Debbie's purse and her makeup bag were there, but it was an abandoned car. So this is something they're definitely scouring this for evidence. But this is a big thing, and it was missing for quite a few days. And even though the neighbor repeatedly called the police, they didn't take action on this.
Which is concerning as we think about that. But right now we have a very special guest with us. This is a prime time exclusive tonight on Nancy Grace. It is Celeste Flores-Narvaez. She is the sister of Debbie Flores-Narvaez. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't imagine what you are going through in your heart and in your soul. But I want to ask you, what are the police telling you tonight?
Right now they're just following leads. They are basically taking things slow so they don't miss nothing, not a thing. They're just going through every possible lead, talking to individuals, and hopefully gathering more information.
Your sister's car that was found abandoned in North Las Vegas, they have that car. Have they told you that they're processing it for DNA and forensically anything they can find?
Yeah, they told me that they did find the car, that they haven't, and that they're going to run forensics on it. They did find a small bag in the car. A letter confirmed the way that it was looked, that it was a makeup bag, and that they also are running it for DNA evidence, and they're running through her phone records and things of that nature, her computer and everything, looking for clues.
So they took her computer. They have her computer in custody?
Yes, they do. They have everything that is pretty much of hers that may lead to some possible information in any leads. That's correct.
Celeste, we've heard that your sister sent your mother a text message at the beginning of December. Very concerning, this text message. What can you tell us about that?
My mother did forward me the message. To me, I really am not stressing too much about that message, because the way the message was written, it didn't make it's kind of questionable. It didn't make sense in a way. I did tell the investigators this as well. So they're going to definitely look into that as well. But to me, I'm kind of just dismissing that because it just doesn't make any sense. And when you're when you're doing things or in a hurry and you're texting, you sometimes tend to mess up the words, and that really isn't telling me exactly anything.
You know,
It
Celeste,
could be several things.
You're right. You're so right. We want to show everybody this text message. Everybody look at this. It says, quote, and this is a text message that Debbie Flores sent to her mother at the beginning of December. She says, quote, in case there is ever an emergency with me, contact Blue Griffith in Las Vegas, my ex-boyfriend, not my best friend. Now, that can be interpreted a lot of ways, Celeste, because the first time I read it, I thought, aha, the ex-boyfriend. But then I read it again, and I said, no, not at all. She's asking her mother to contact the ex-boyfriend. Now, first of all, did your sister have fear in her that something could happen to her? Because that's what really stands out to me from this text.
As far as I know, she never told me that she was going through any issues or stress. At the same time, she was, I work, I'm in a different time zone. I'm in Atlanta, she's here, so it's a 3-hour difference. She works nights and she works days, so most of the time if she did have any issues, she would tell me that she was having issues. I did know that, she was going through a bad time, through a couple of things, but I really wasn't well aware of exactly what it was.
Now, you're talking about some financial issues that she was having?
I'm not sure of that, and really whether she was or wasn't, that's not the problem. Everybody's going through financial issues nowadays. My concern is bringing her home, so financial issues does not matter to me. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Right. We're trying to find out what could have happened to her because we want her to be reunited with you, Celeste. That is what we want. We're taking your calls live. Lakeisha in Indiana. Hi, Lakeisha.
Hi, Jean. How you doing tonight? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too, Lakeisha. We want Debbie Flores-Narvaez to come home for Christmas.
Yeah, I do too. I'm sick of these men kidnapping women and killing them and hurting them. It just don't make no sense. You know, the world is a very, very bad world nowadays. It didn't be like this.
This is a very big mystery, Lakeisha, because this girl was a Las Vegas showgirl, highly educated girl, but fans would come to her show at the Luxor every night. And you also have people that are just, fans that are too obsessed. That's another possibility here. What's your question, Lakeisha?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, that I think is one of the customers. They need to be looking at the video surveillance tape to see if anybody was following her and talking to her when she was working. And also, I would like to know, they said that the boyfriend was the last person to see her before she was missing. What type of time frame do they have? Like, how many hours, and what is the time frame the police have?
Two good questions. First of all, John Schaefer, program director in Las Vegas at 720 AM KDWN. What about surveillance video? What have police told you that they are looking at as far as video surveillance?
The police haven't told us that they're looking at anything. In fact, the police haven't even said this is a criminal investigation yet. They still just consider this a missing persons case. So until we learn more from the police, till we find out if this does indeed become a criminal investigation and not a missing persons police, the Las Vegas Metro Police Department's not releasing much information. They've talked to the boyfriend. They said they've talked to a few other people, but they haven't said any of those people are suspects.
All right. Alexis Tereshchuk, reporter, Radar Online. Tell us, Lakeisha wants to know this timeline. Go through the timeline with us.
So it was Sunday, December 12th. She had 2 rehearsals for the show. She's a really successful dancer in the burlesque show at the Luxor. So she went to one rehearsal. She then apparently went to her boyfriend's house, or ex-boyfriend, however she's describing him right now. She was there just for a little while, and then she left. He didn't say that he was concerned with anything. She was, in fact, he said, going to her next rehearsal. But she didn't show up for this rehearsal. She didn't come home that night. Her roommates didn't call the police until the next day. They were thinking that perhaps that she had stayed with her boyfriend or anything like that. So it was really just a short amount of time when somebody saw her and then where she was supposed to be somewhere and she didn't show up.
It's not her to go missing. There's no hope for her. It's not her to go take a small vacation. She is okay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.